welcome to another episode of the Nothing and Everything podcast, where today we will talk a lot of nothing
and a little bit about everything.
And
always.
Unfortunately, we are being known for that now. Like, I am the nothing guy and you're the everything guy.
I don't think that that's true.
But it hurts me a little bit because
that's what I'm saying.
People will go, "Hey, you're nothing," and I'm like,
You.
Whatever.
But I can't say
Yeah.
on the air.
So, but I'm okay with nothing.
But I mean, I don't feel like I'm the everything guy. No one looks at me and goes, "You are everything
You
to
are
that
everything.
I am
You are
nothing.
everything. And I'm completely fine with that.
I wanted to be nothing,
No.
and here I am.
No, you're
being
everything. Yep.
What's up? What's going on?
Well, not a whole lot. So we made a decision this morning, or right before the show started,
That's right.
that we would
You have to talk in like ambiguous time frames.
Right.
Like what?
Well,
When did they record this? When is this?
our show prep. We decided we're just going to can it
For
and
this week.
for this week.
For the last, 14, 15,
16 actually.
episodes?
This is episode 17?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
People said we couldn't do it. They said they're going to tap out at 16. Here we are.
I think they still think that.
Yep.
So,
You can go back and erase everything.
but actually what happened from episode 16 was pretty epic. We had a big surge in what's the word I'm looking for? Well, we just had a lot of people look at our
Engagement?
Engagement. Big surge in engagement. That's good.
Yeah,
See, that's
social media
everything.
engagement.
See, I had nothing. You had
I brought
everything.
everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was a big surge in engagement on the socials, on
really?
the Instagram.
What was the surge? What do we contribute that?
Well,
what do we
evidently,
attribute to that?
Austin does a little bit of editing magic and made me sound like some weirdo.
Yeah, he did.
And did you see the caption he wrote with it?
I probably did, but I don't remember it.
It said, "Today, Junior."
That was the editing was great too, because my face was just like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's what I was actually doing at the time.
Certainly that movie came out before he was even born.
What
maybe.
movie is that?
I just know the saying.
You don't know that?
No, it's
That's
from a
an Adam
movie.
Sandler?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Adam Sandler. What
Adam
movie
Sandler
is it?
said it. Wasn't it Billy Madison when he back to school?
Oh. I don't know why I was thinking Major Payne. The majority of your movie references come from Major Payne.
No, that's where he goes. "Ba-dee, ba-dee, ba-dee."
Oh, that's what I'm
it's-
thinking.
Yeah, something totally different. You know, the
Billy
one
Madison,
kid,
man,
he's
that
having
is
trouble reading, and then he's like, "Today,
Yeah.
Junior."
Movie's
This is fantastic.
great. I don't know.
So we had our most engagement.
Nope.
Engagements.
There was a lot of people interacting
Whole lot of people was watching on the reels.
on a reel.
So,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. So it was. What's the final count?
Oh.
Austin, tell us.
Right now we're at 2,625 views.
That's a lot of views.
I don't know what that means.
Typically, we're
It
at
is a-
like 200.
And that's just me and you hitting refresh.
Refreshing.
Watch again. Watch
Yeah,
again.
Watch again. Yeah. So, Austin, you don't have a camera on you today? You decided to give that up, huh?
You know why?
Just a mic.
Yeah. You know, most cameras have a little thing where, like a viewfinder, where you can actually see what you're looking at. I figured
I just set it up blindly over here. And
of
I'm
all
trying to get it-
people, you should know that since you make your living.
Well, I was using your cheap little camera, so.
There we go. Came back on you.
Wow. There I am again. There's my nothing.
Nope.
So I add nothing to this show, which is great.
Except failures.
Failures. So that's me. Well, I'm even afraid to ask because I feel like I'm going to know what the answer is. But
You know.
how was your weekend?
Oh man.
Totally lame.
It was amazing. No, it was good.
Did you fertilize this weekend?
No, but I mowed.
Actually, I fertilized
I did.
last
Did
weekend.
you really?
Mm-hmm.
I did. Yeah, I spread some stuff the other day. And
Yeah?
then-
What kind of stuff do you use?
I don't know. This was my last thing that I was putting down. It was like fertilizer, and then I did some like weed and feed or something, and I'm done for
For
the
the
year.
summer months?
Yeah, I'm done for the summer as far as like
Yeah.
putting anything down.
Yeah.
This is good. Two dads talking about cutting the grass.
Yeah, no, this is terrible. No, I don't cut grass. I hadn't cut grass since my boys started cutting it. Man, it is fantastic.
Really?
Well, when
just out there
when
watching?
Miles first started, like he would skip stuff, and I'm like, son,
Be like a
what are
strip.
you doing? He's like, oh, I couldn't, whatever. And I'm like, So I had to just give up on wanting it to be done a certain way by letting him do it. However,
I can't give it up.
here's what's fun. So now he is like putting lines. He's putting diagonal lines in the yard. Now you can't see it because diagonal lines don't show up on dead grass, right?
On dead grass.
Or like on weeds, they just grow straight, so it doesn't matter. But it's cool that he is like looking at it, going, "Hey, I'm gonna, try to carve an M for Malloy in the backyard." Kind of.
Cool.
I mean, he's just whatever.
Still.
Probably not that. But whatever. So, and then I've got my other son is doing the weed eating. So. That's kind of nice.
Very nice.
So I literally don't do anything. I walk out and point and go, "Hey."
Did you ever have a landscaping job like growing up? Like little summer jobs or cutting grass or doing that?
My dad did.
Oh, yeah?
On the weekends, but all he did was he drove my brother around. He drove me and my brother around in a truck, and we would get out and cut the grass.
Oh, nice.
So he would kind of watch us.
Driver.
Yeah. So, and we didn't ask for the job, nor did we. Oh, yeah.
Dad was like, "Hey, I got these yards to cut."
Hey, guess what? I got a job for you. Oh, yeah, sounds great. What are we doing? Cutting grass. 30 lawns today. It's not that much.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah, it was a whole lot. So I think that's where I first began to deeply hate yard work.
Really? I don't think I hate it. Like, I honestly enjoy it. Like,
I'm not that guy.
Therapeutic.
No.
Yeah?
No, I'm not that guy.
I think my first, like, big paying lawn cutting job was I cut the church's, like, it was like a small country church, and I got $30 a week, and I saved up and bought a new Huffy bike. It was the best summer ever.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
With, like the long seat so you can carry a friend around?
Like a banana seat?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so here's a banana seat bicycle story since that's on the show prep notes. One time, my sister had one, like a, it was a girl's bike. It had like the high handlebars and like the banana seat.
And the streamers coming off the...
No, we didn't have the streamers.
Oh.
But it was like pink or kind of rusty or whatever. So
Yeah.
I was like, my project for the summer was like, I'm going to sand it down. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint it black and gold. It's going to be amazing.
Real manly, yeah.
Yeah. Bought a new seat. I mean, everything. So I finally get it together. And we live way like out in the country. And... I still remember the feeling of this, and I thought, man, we had this like half a mile strip on the main road that you could just ride on, and I go out there not thinking that earlier in the day they had freshly tarred the road, so I'm just riding through hot, steamy asphalt.
Oh, man.
That is now sprinkling up on my legs and ruined my bike and scabbed my legs all up.
Ugh.
Yeah, so
That's
I was
gross.
like, I probably should do that again. So
Yeah.
that was a good banana seat. Memory.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, I used to ride the bikes a long time ago, but it was dumb. I didn't like it. Once I started driving, it was like, I don't have to do that anymore.
Riding bikes?
Yeah.
I like riding bikes.
Like, I had to ride my bike to, like, school when I was in middle school. But,
Did you? Oh, really? Actually, to school?
Yeah, but I played the saxophone. So I had to carry it back and forth every day. So I would ride with one hand, but it's like shoulder would get tired, so I'd switch hands. And then if I wanted two hands on, then it's like on the handlebar, and it's like,
oh my goodness.
yeah, so
I
it was
wish I
too
could've seen
hard.
little
Yeah,
Gerald right
no,
down the
it was
road.
too difficult to deal with. So, yeah, it was something. So we have a new listener,
A new listener?
possibly just one.
Yep.
New listener.
We'd like to welcome them to the.
Can you guess where the new listener is? It's in a different country from where we currently are located,
Ooh.
even though we are worldwide.
Let's start with continent. So I
Okay.
can narrow it down to the continent. Do you
Okay.
know your continents and
I do, but
okay.
this is not on a continent.
What? It's got to be on a continent.
It
It may not be on.
is it on a continent?
That's.
I don't know where it's at.
This is a special place.
Is it an island?
It is an island. So therefore,
Ah.
okay, let's talk about that. Is an island on a continent?
Aren't there like 7 continents that are like, but like it's. I don't think it's just the land mass. It's not just like.
So let's like Cuba. What continent is Cuba on?
It's North America,
Is it?
isn't it?
Is it?
Wait, is our listener in Cuba?
No.
Is it? Oh, Fidel.
It's technically a part of North America.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
technically, but
so
it's not-
technically, but it's not in the continent or on the continent.
This is getting.
So guess where it is?
I'm gonna go Hispaniola.
No.
Oh.
And that's 2 places.
You're right.
Yeah.
See,
The
I
DR
was trying to cover up
and
yeah.
the Haiti.
The Haiti. Madagascar.
No. So you're bad at this game. It's Jamaica.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I gave you Cuba. It's right
I
next
said
to it. So, anyway, yeah, we have a new listener in Jamaica.
Yeah, so you want to give him a little shout out?
That was it. Jamaica.
Hello, Jamaica.
Hey, man.
How are you? That's the stereotype of Jamaica?
I feel like
right
that's
there?
what it is.
It probably is, though.
Yeah, probably is. So, they have Blue Mountain coffee there, which is really good.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Are you a coffee? Do you like coffee? Do you drink a lot of coffee?
I drink a cup every morning. A cup of black Sumatra roast, like a dark roast, like a really dark roast with nothing in it.
You might as well just put some charcoal in some hot water.
It actually, yeah.
That's
honestly
gross.
how I like it. I need some residue at the bottom when it's done.
That's gross.
And it's got to be hot. Like once it gets like lukewarm or like room temperature, I don't like coffee flavored stuff.
You like
Have we talked
coffee
about
flavored
this one?
coffee?
Yeah, I do like coffee flavored coffee,
Huh.
but I do like a, I don't know what you call it, earthy tone. I don't know what that is. But if you find like a Sumatra roast, like a Sumatra, I don't know if that is the roast, that is the region. It's usually like a really heavy, dark roast.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, my watch was blowing up. There's actually a tornado warning right now,
Oh.
and the staff has gone to the first floor.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Right now?
Yes.
I'm not getting that announcement because I'm at a different
I
campus.
just got a text. They're all
the
downstairs.
Weather Channel says seek shelter in a windowless lower level room, so we're good.
What about the... We're totally fine.
Okay.
So, listeners, we're in a tornado warning
Yeah.
right now.
This is actually
I knew we were supposed to have some tornadic type weather today, but I didn't know.
Tornadic?
Yeah.
okay.
You ever been in an actual tornado?
I've never been in one. No. Most likely, like if I was actually in one,
Yeah, I mean, I don't
like,
mean
I
like... Yeah,
probably
like you
wouldn't
got
be here today
swept up
talking
in
to you about it.
That is true.
You know,
We did have a tornado talk that one time about that guy in that truck.
we
Remember
did
that?
talk about the tornado. Yeah.
I wonder if that will happen again today.
We should go drive our cars around in the tornado, in case something was to happen to one of our vehicles.
Just in case. I'm like, I
And
need
then-
to upgrade.
And then we can be like, hey, my Nissan Titan actually made it through. So
My
therefore,
Toyota Camry is about 15 years old. If you guys could, are you still getting updates? Do we need to abandon?
Yes.
Let's take the show with us and go interview everyone that's now sheltering in place or
Yeah,
whatever you call
they're
it.
down there
They've
like
got a book over their head. You remember in school?
yes.
So like that would be the thing. You have to go to the middle of the hallway, get on your knees, and like I don't know if they do it anymore because I've never heard
Put a
my
book
kids
over
tell
their
us.
head.
But we would, you take like I hate math. I'm gonna take my math book and hopefully it'll
right.
get ripped to shreds.
Right.
And you put the book over
Just the
a
book.
hardback, not a paperback.
Right,
book,
right.
over
I
your
remember
head.
we used to do the nuke or like the
Yeah.
nuclear thing, right?
I don't remember doing that, but yeah.
And so you would pretty much like squeeze under your desk, right? Because we had like the table,
Yeah.
the table that was attached to the desk. They don't even have that anymore. They just have
I
chairs.
know,
opposed
was
to a
this like
table.
1945? Like
Well, in my mind, I'm like, if a nuke goes off,
Yes.
this desk,
it ain't gonna do nothing.
it'll be gone like 0.2
Incinerated.
seconds before I'm gone. So it's not like this desk is like a.
When I was in
know.
California, we had earthquake drills. That was like a
What do
legitimate
you do
thing.
during an earthquake drill?
I'm supposed to go outside. I mean, just get outside. It's
What?
kind of like a fire. Yeah, or you're supposed to stand like
How do you-
in
why would you
in
go
a
out- whoa, whoa, whoa.
doorway.
What if the earth opens up and swallows you whole?
That doesn't happen that often.
I've
you
seen
watched a lot of
San Andreas, where the rock saved people from the earth
the
just
earth
opening up.
and swallowing them up. Yeah.
Right. Oh, that was hard to say.
Swallowing.
Took a lot of time to say that.
Yeah.
Like you paused right in the middle of the word.
Swallowing. Yeah.
So is that not how it really is? Earthquakes?
I mean, I've never seen the earth open up like
Oh.
a giant chasm in the ground.
Oh.
Well, I hope everyone stays safe during the tornado warning. When does this warning expire?
I don't know. We'll find out
You
soon.
feel conflicted right now, don't you? Like, what am I
yeah,
supposed to do?
I feel like I'm breaking a rule right now by not, like a fire drill.
Yeah,
I'm a rule follower. You don't
no,
think
I'm not a rule follower.
you're not?
No. You are surprised by that?
No, actually, I'm not.
All right.
But I'm a rule follower.
Seriously?
Yeah,
I mean, I respect that. I'm married to
Yeah.
a rule follower.
yeah.
I'm a rule like, that's just a suggestion.
But I'm weird about certain rules. I'll follow to a T. Certain rules, I'm like, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'll kind of do this over here. But I won't look at a rule and go, I'm breaking this. I typically don't do that.
Well, I don't do it. Like there was a time when I would do that.
Yeah.
But now it's just kind of like,
No, I always.
And it's not like, I know better or that's a dumb one. It's just like, I'm like, that's just a suggestion.
Well, remember the whole Jason's Deli thing with Austin in the corner? He's eating like 5 ice creams, and it's like you're only supposed to eat one, right? Like, why would you think you have unlimited ice cream?
Because it doesn't say otherwise.
Well, you're right. It just says
right. Because
free.
see, that's how a non-rule follower thinks. Like you're thinking, ice cream and ice cream cone, and so unlimited ice cream cones is what we see.
I would look at it and go, well, I paid for one meal, so I should get one free ice cream. And that way, there's plenty of ice cream for everyone else, for them to have.
I would assume that they have enough ice cream to go around, and if they didn't, they would tell you otherwise. They would put a serving amount or
Austin was just shy of pulling his chair over there and just wheezing the juice. You know what I'm saying? Just
make a Pauly Shore reference. Wheezing the juice. Oh my God.
Oh man, that was great. That was awesome.
Wheezing the juice. No one is talking about Pauly Shore today. You want to count down the top 3 Pauly Shore movies?
Biodome.
Well, I wouldn't even put that in the top.
Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law was definitely number 1.
Encino Man.
Encino Man is number 2. Mm-hmm. Biodome might be 3. There was another one where you went in the army or something. I don't remember the name. I don't remember that. Maybe I'm thinking of Major Payne again.
What's up with you and Major Payne?
I don't know. You always make me think of Major Payne. You got a little Damon Wayans. I don't know.
I feel like I do. One day I just might start letting more of
Major Payne come out?
Well, just might just be real.
I haven't heard Wheezing the Juice in maybe 30 years.
Yeah.
And I knew exactly what you were talking about, though. Wheezing the Juice. You know why? Because he was called the Weasel. Yeah.
There you go. And he'd go to the Slurpee machine.
My wife looks at my high school pictures, and I was much thinner then, a lot. And she said, that's what she said. You look like a weasel. And it wasn't because I look like Pauly Shore. It was just you look scraggly and scrawny.
Pop goes the weasel. What about that?
Is that third base? We're the only one making these stupid references.
We're the only ones. There's no one else out there talking about this stuff.
Third base.
No one else talking about this stuff.
That's good stuff, though. Oh my goodness.
So I was having this activity yesterday, and our producer and his wife was there. Josie was there. My little girl. And so we're harvesting some chickens. Let's get to that in a second.
Yep.
But I want to tell you what happened. I wrote this down because I felt like you needed to hear this story. Ashley, who is married to our producer, so we're all hanging out. We're starting the whole process to, harvest these chickens. And so we're getting some music on because, you got to listen to music while you do that. So Austin's go-to is always some sort of country, hillbilly, it's not like bro country. He's listening to stuff in the hills,
oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Banjos.
Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
I'm cool with bluegrass.
No, I'm not. So anyway.
Gangsta grass and stuff.
Gangsta grass?
That's a genre. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. Gangsta grass.
So I thought the appropriate music playlist for harvesting chickens would be New Edition. So I'm playing New Edition, the song If It Isn't Love. Only the real ones know who New Edition is, right? So,
I know.
And all the different people that's come in and out of New Edition.
Ooh, I don't.
Okay.
A
lot of people.
I know. There's a lot of people.
Johnny Gill.
Mm-hmm. You can't list them all.
Ralph Tresvant, Michael Bivins.
Oh God, stop.
Bobby Brown. Anyway.
If It Isn't Love.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Poor chicken.
So I actually turn it off, and I said something to Ashley. I was like, "Do you like this kind of music?" She goes, "Yes, I love Michael Jackson."
Oh boy.
And at that point, I turned it off and I was like, "We're not listening.
We're
You
not.
can't even. You don't deserve to listen to this." So
She just took any random 80s R&B.
she was like,
Michael Jackson.
"Okay." So it wasn't just Michael Jackson. It was his little family group that he sang. And that's what she sang. And I was like, "Ashley, this is getting worse." So
Michael Jackson was backed up by New Edition. Not the Jackson 5.
and Belle Biv DeVoe, yeah.
Goodness
So,
gracious.
man, we're
Let's talk about these harvesting
harvesting
chickens. Now, I have a
So-
problem with the word harvesting.
Why?
Well, it doesn't feel appropriate.
It is appropriate.
It's called mutilating. I mean, I don't care about that.
Are
I'm like
you-
the word harvesting makes me think of like corn, wheat.
Yeah.
We're gonna
So
go harvest the crops with our sickle.
what do you do? How do you harvest the crops? Or what is harvesting the crops?
I don't-
It's going out,
going out and gathering them
gathering.
out of the ground. That's what I think of, the ground.
or just gathering them. Like,
I'm gonna go harvest my children.
well, when the Bible says the harvest is,
Yeah, but he ain't
Plentiful.
talking about chickens.
well, he's not talking about pulling people out of the ground either, right?
But when we're talking about the harvest, we're talking about wheat. I mean, we're talking about the wheat and the tear
What?
and the chaff.
So anyway, we're harvesting some chickens.
Yeah.
Austin.
It's a new edition.
Austin is
Michael
it's a new
Jackson.
edition. Austin is he's like the weirdest blend of rancher
Yeah.
/ homesteader / country
Yeah.
/ city. Like he wears skinny jeans.
He puts it all together.
Like if he was part of a
That's
co-op,
kind of a thing now, though. Like
but if he was part of a co-op farming group, they would kick him out
the farmers would. Yeah.
Right.
The legit.
because he doesn't wear like overalls and like the
Right.
Liberty overalls. You know what I'm saying? With cowboy hat and stuff like that. So
Right.
anyway, so he's got these chickens. They're meat chickens. They eat until they die. And
How long?
well, about 8
What's
weeks.
the gestational period for
8 weeks.
the maturation period? 8 weeks.
8
So
weeks.
2 months. Boom.
So they eat and eat and eat, and then it's time to harvest them. So we went through the process yesterday of harvesting
How many?
28 chickens.
You mutilated 28.
No, we
chickens.
didn't mutilate them.
Yeah. Man.
We harvested them.
Harvest. It makes it sound much more ethical.
I actually
We're
have
harvesting chickens.
I have a
ethically.
3.5 minute long video of me explaining what I'm doing
As you were doing it.
as I'm doing it. And so like Austin was surprised because he was thinking I
you
would
have
be
the
the guy
cone?
that's just taking pictures on the side and making jokes the whole
You were
time.
doing it.
I was actually
We're probably gonna get some hate mail off this one.
no.
hate comments.
No. This is what happened. Everyone likes chicken. And
Except for
it
an
doesn't
ethical vegan.
I don't think there's any of those listening to our show right now.
You know,
but
you may be right, but they will be after this.
maybe so.
This reel's gonna catch on fire. Come on, Austin,
This reel
make
won't
it
catch
happen.
on fire. I haven't said anything dumb yet, so there's not like something dumb he's gonna catch me on.
Oh no, not at all. That was me.
So
Except wheezing the juice.
yeah, that was kind of good.
Man, that's a lot of chickens.
A lot of chickens.
Did
So
you get to take some home?
I mean, you know, I'm sure I'll get one
Yeah.
or two or something down the
I
road,
like some
but
fresh thighs.
yeah, it's good. I mean, it's really good because it's
No.
I mean, they're good and I mean, it's thick chicken. It's good,
Thick chicken.
thick chicken.
It's the kind you want.
Mm-hmm. So
That's an eventful day.
yeah, I'll be excited to smoke those, and I'll smoke those.
Ooh,
Smoke
there
a
you
whole
go.
chicken, man. It's really good.
Yeah, well,
Really,
invite me
really
over.
good.
I'll be ready.
Now you got too many people like in your
I
family.
said me. Not,
Okay.
Don't invite the family.
We'll have a Nothing and Everything podcast party over at the house.
We need to have a meeting.
Just us three.
We need to have a meeting, babe. Sorry.
Yeah, just who?
Work called.
Oh,
Huh?
you're telling your wife. I was like,
I
why
was
did you call
telling
me
my
babe?
wife. I didn't call you babe.
Oh,
Stop. Hey, we need to have a meeting, babe.
no. Immediately, no. Okay, so just so you know, we do have a special. There's a special episode
That's right.
of the Nothing and Everything podcast that will air next week.
Next week, yeah.
Next
I'm
week.
excited about it.
But that's all we can say.
I know
we
we can't let.
say anything else. We can't let the cat out of the bag.
Ooh, is that a tease right there?
What?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Like maybe you're giving like a little hint.
Oh,
but
with
not
cat
really.
out of the bag?
Yeah, I was like,
No,
that
I was-
doesn't have anything that doesn't relate to anything that we're gonna
Well,
do.
when I was walking down here, I was actually thinking, man, it's raining hard outside. I was like, it's raining cats and dogs. And then I started thinking, where did that phrase come from? Because it's kind of a dumb statement.
Yeah.
It's
or the
raining
cat out
cats
of the
and-
bag is a dumb statement too.
That's why I said it.
yeah.
This is called a segue, Kyle.
I see that transition that you're making there in your mind,
But I don't know
babe.
where where a lot of these slogans or a lot of these little phrases come from.
Yeah, that's a good one. We should do
Oh,
a-
you don't care about that kind of stuff?
No, I do.
This
This
is the whole gist of our podcast. Random things.
I know, but I haven't had enough time to like process it.
Well,
I haven't had enough time to harvest my thoughts in my head.
I think he's got something.
So the phrase raining cats and dogs. The phrase is supposed to have originated in England in the 17th century. City streets were then filthy, and heavy rain would occasionally carry along dead animals.
That's
Disgusting.
that's actually kind of gross.
Like just
That
like
must have been during like the
couple of
bubonic,
dead puppies just floating down the gutter.
the bubonic plague.
The bubonic plague.
Boo or bu?
I go bubonic plague. You
Bubonic?
go bubonic plague?
Well, bubonic sounds kind of.
Boo. What up, bubonic plague? Girl, you look. Girl, you so sick. Look at you like the bubonic plague. Bubonic.
That does sound weird, doesn't it? Bubonic sounds a little bit better. Bubonic plague?
No, I don't.
Bu?
I'm gonna go not bubonic.
Boo?
Yeah, like bubonic plague.
Is that where Hey Boo came from?
Hey boo. Hey boo boo.
No.
Well, I don't think he can look up all these that we're making up on the fly.
Yeah, he's like under 25. He can type real fast.
Cat out of the bag. When someone would purchase a pig, the vendor would sneak a cat into the bag instead, cheating the buyer out of the higher price for a pig. It wasn't until the buyer arrived home and literally let the cat out of the bag that they'd realize they'd been scammed.
Whoa. See, I would have never known that.
So wait, instead of a pig,
Yeah, because pigs were
Yeah.
really expensive. Cats were just...
Throwaway
so
animals.
pigs
yeah.
weren't very big. Because if I had a bag,
Yeah, but I can tell the difference between a 100-pound pig
yeah, like a wild boar that
and
I'm
a
carrying
15-pound
around,
cat.
15 pounds of cat. That's a big cat.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I mean,
But these are probably street mangy cats,
like
which
a
all
stray
cats
cat.
are bad, but the stray cats.
The Stray Cats.
That was a.
I-
Isn't that a band?
Yeah, the Stray Cats.
It's a little 80s music.
Yeah, they were like a rockabilly
Yeah,
type
something
thing.
like that. There you go.
Oh man,
So anyway, so we do have a special episode coming up.
I'm really excited
It is going to
about
be a
it.
lot of fun. Yeah, but we can't say anymore. So let's just
you got to tune in.
you got to tune in.
That will air
So,
on what is
next
it,
week.
June the
What?
first.
I don't know. I don't know what date that is.
June the 1st, that Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, June 1st.
Wednesday, June the 1st.
You'll want
We'll
to
be
check that out.
dropping that podcast.
Yep, it's going to be good.
It's gonna be great.
It's going to be good. So let me give you one interesting fact about Austin, our producer.
Mm-hmm.
He is a cornhole madman. Did you know this about him?
I didn't.
Well, you witnessed a little bit of this the other night. We had our refinery celebration, and Austin was dominating in cornhole. He was my partner, which was awesome, and he dominated in cornhole.
Well, I don't know if you recall or not, but 2 years in a row at the staff retreat, there was somebody else that brought home the hardware.
Was it me and you? Or no, I
It was
wasn't.
me and Jimmy one year, and we won. And I was fighting to the death because I was like, "This is gonna pay for my kids' school supplies." It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
like $100 Walmart card or something. And I was
Mhm.
like, "I got." My wife was like, "You better win this." Don't.
That's a lot of pressure.
It was. I don't play that often, but I can get hot. Like I like playing.
I think I won something that year, and I got like fishing gear. I completely wasted it. Yeah, I needed some new lures. So you're buying school supplies. I'm like,
Seriously,
kid, you better
Gotta put
sharpen
my
them
children-
pencils.
Gotta
They're
put
not.
my kids
They're not
through
little
school.
nubs yet. I remember sharpening my pencil and a little
Yeah.
pencil sharpening thing like that, and then it'd be like this big.
Oh yeah. Or I take
I
a
still
brand
use
new
it.
pencil and go just so you had a tiny little one back.
Yep. I don't know why I like that so much, but that was that. Fantastic.
I didn't know that about Austin, but
Yeah,
I
he's
like
really
to play.
He's really good at cornhole. So
I picked up those bags the other night. I didn't like them. They were real chalky.
I felt like he under his shirt he had on like a sponsored by
Like one of those-
Smithfield, or those Johnson's brats or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I felt like he was sponsored by one of those companies back in the day when he played in cornhole tournaments or something.
Did you play in tournaments? You just play around.
He has an unorthodox way of throwing.
Are
the
you
bag,
a
though.
spinner or a flipper?
No.
Oh.
He throws it like it's
this, like
no.
a
He
granny-
throws it and it's it's straight up and down.
straight up and
It's
down
just-
spinner. See, I'm a
Yes.
sideways spinner.
Yeah. So is everyone else.
Yeah, but some people flip. I can't control it when I flip.
But he's like a
Really?
it's a
straight
weird.
up and down.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the first time he threw it, I was like, oh great.
No,
You know, I got this guy.
And he's like, vroom, vroom.
Yep, drop him off for it, and I'm like, keep it going.
Now I didn't know that, but man, we should play sometime. We need a fourth.
Do we need another producer in here?
We don't need. No, I don't mean like we need a fourth to the show, but to have a
Oh.
cornhole game.
What if we did a nothing and everything tournament, cornhole
They could
tournament?
come out and meet the fans of the show. Could come out and meet us.
It's a long way from Jamaica.
We could, yeah, but hang on. We could have cornhole.
Mm-hmm.
We could smoke some chicken.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good time. Out at the, what is it called? Chaney Land Farm or whatever. What is he called?
Cheney Land Farms.
What is it called? This place?
Cheney Farms.
Chaney Farms.
The Cheney Farm.
There
you go.
that'd be a great place to host it.
I think so.
Let's
I think
do
that
it.
sounds great. So okay, well,
That worked out well. I wonder how everybody's doing in the tornado since we've been locked up
you
in
know,
the building.
honestly, I honestly feel like I'm
Has the warning expired? Are we trying to get to the end so we can walk out and be like, hey, what are you guys doing?
I don't think it's expired yet.
Storm's likely for the next several hours.
I got to drive here in a few minutes. Ruh-roh.
Okay, it expires in just a couple minutes.
Okay,
So-
we're good then.
Well,
You know what else is expiring? This podcast.
this podcast,
episode.
great segue, fantastic. I feel like I've been a little bit like preoccupied in my head, thinking
Because of that.
what if this is the only portion of the
What
building?
if we walk out of here, everything's gone?
Everything is gone except for somehow this one section.
We are the designated survivors.
So it means there will be another episode of the Nothing and Everything podcast
that's
next
right.
time. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you then.
See ya.